Hey everyone, if you have been on a quest to improve your trading game, your search ends here. Inside bars, those captivating chart patterns are about to change your trading journey. This is our watch list for Tuesday, October 17th. I put these watch lists out for you guys for free every single day. So this video, it's not just about stocks. It's about your transformation, your progress, and your success. So if you've ever faced trading struggles, you're not alone. And you right now are in the right place, because we're about to reveal the power of inside bars, a potential solution that could elevate your trading to new heights. And by the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to make those charts work for you. So don't let this opportunity slip away. Your trading journey is important, and I'm here to provide you with the answers you've been searching for. So let's get started on this watch list. Like I said, I put these watch lists out for you guys for free every single day. So make sure you are subscribed, you hit that bell. Let's get started. The first one we've got on the list is NEO. Now, this is not an inside bar, but we are going to get into those because there are a ton of inside bars on this list. So NEO has what we call a two down. Okay, so the two candles, we're talking about the strat, only break one side of the previous candle. So in this case, this candle broke only the low of the previous candle. So we call that a two down. But when it finishes green, that gives me probability. That tells me there's probability that we are going to continue to trend up on NEO tomorrow. So we're going to look for triggers at 8:53. This is a 2-2 reversal. Two down, finish green. We're going to look for this to trend up. Triggers at 8:53. We go to XOM. So XOM, this is a hammer candle, so there's a little bit of discrepancy there because a hammer candle is a actionable signal. It's also a bullish pattern, but we do have a two up red. So the opposite what you saw on NEO, we broke the high side of the previous candle, but it finished red, so that means the sellers are bringing it back. We're going to look for it to trend back down. We're going to look for puts at 109.13. We also have really good time frame continuity. The month and the quarter on the higher time frames are all pointing to the downside. So we'll look for puts on Exxon Mobil. Ford Motor Company. Here's the first inside bar. So an inside bar or a one bar when we're talking about the strat. You notice it's painted yellow? That's part of my indicator. You can find the link for that indicator in the description below. But an inside bar, when you see that yellow bar, I want you to think of a spring being squished, compacted, loaded. And when you remove the force from that spring, we're looking for a big move to the upside or the downside. Now, these pink lines represent the inside bar on the weekly. If I go to the weekly, I'm still looking for a breakout of this inside bar. Now, we are closer to going two down on the week, breaking this pink trigger, than we are going two up. So that's a higher potential there. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but we can look for that. And if we trigger the day, we're likely going to trigger the week into a swing trade on Ford. Doesn't mean you have to take a swing trade, but the probability is there for a swing trade. So we can look for puts on Ford here at $11.82. Calls are also probable at $11.96, but that's the theory that I'm kind of looking at when we look at Ford Motor Company. And we look at the past inside bars, we look for these big runs to the upside off of that inside bar. That's the way it trended. This inside bar, this 3-1 setup, we trended down for 4 days. So that's the kind of meat and potatoes that we look for. We are also approaching this orange line, which tells me that we're getting close to going two down on the year on Ford. So pay attention to that as we bring this year to a close in through October, November, and December. Target has a 1-3 setup. Okay, so Rich from Trading Wars coined this the Nirvana, or we can call it the 1-3. It's a rare setup. It doesn't happen very often. So we go back and try and find the last time we had a 1-3. There it is. We triggered, and it looks like we didn't really accomplish much off of it, but that doesn't mean that's not going to happen on the next one. Probability tells us, if you go back and look at the history of the 1-3 setup, that Nirvana setup, that it has big potential behind it. So inside bar, outside bar, hammer candle. We'll see how Target plays out on Tuesday. Alcoa, not something I normally put on, but again, we're working with a double inside bar on the week. Okay, I'll give you this. Anytime there's a double inside bar, it's something that I look for on my top 5 with my Griswold Gold members. So we're looking to break out of this double inside bar. It is a top 5 weekly swing play for the Griswold Golds. We are closer to going 2 down on the week than we are 2 up on the week. So the day has really, really good potential here. If we trigger and hit targets on the day, we're likely to trigger the week and continue the swing trade to the downside. And we've got full time frame continuity in our favor. We move on to Apple. And we look at Apple. Apple has that 2 down that finished green. So we're going to look for those calls back to the upside. And we have time frame continuity with us on this trade. Airbnb, there's that inside bar. And look, we just have to go back in time a little bit to see this previous inside bar and see the big run we have to the downside on Airbnb. So are we going to trend back up? Are we going to trend to the downside? We've got really, really nice movement. We also have a inside bar on the weekly. I know that because I've got these 2 pink lines telling me there was an inside bar last week, and we are currently still sitting in an inside bar. That's what that yellow circle on the time frame continuity tells me. Also part of the indicator I created for you guys. We move on to AMD. Inside bar on AMD. And again, we just go back and look at the previous inside bars. Big run to the upside. Big run to the upside. Now they came back, so you got to make sure you're taking your profits. But the potential is there for you guys to win off of these inside bars. And anybody who's new, anybody who's struggling, I always tell them to concentrate off of those inside bars. So 3-1 setup on BAC, that's Boeing. 3-1 setup, a rare pattern. You see the gold highlight. That's part of my indicator as well. And let's just go back in time and look for that gold highlight. There it is. And you can see the 3-1 setup. We have these big runs to the downside off of those 3-1s. So again, that's what we're looking for off of this inside bar, but preceded by an outside bar. So a lot of consolidation and looking for a big move out of that inside bar. I will note to you guys that the time frame continuity is also pointing to the downside. BIDU. Okay, we're 2 down green. So the buyers brought this back. We are 2 down on the week. So we're going to want to watch that as well. But we have a 2 down green hammer candle. So we'll see if this trends back to the upside for BIDU or if we continue the 2 down on the week. CCL 2 up, finished red, so we can look for puts there. Time frame continuity looks nice on the higher time frames. Puts at $12.24. If you guys have questions, comments, please leave them down below. Give me a thumbs up. It helps the videos out. I'm on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold as well. We're not done the video. Stay tuned. Keep going. But I'm on Twitter as well. Or I have a free Discord. That link is in the description below. You can join that free Discord. General Motors inside bar. And again, let's just go back and look. The last inside bar. 2 straight days of a run up. Even on the 1-day trade, we hit 2 targets. So we'll look for that same kind of setup on General Motors tomorrow. Google inside bar. Again, guys, let's go back and look. Inside bar, big run up. Inside bar, not a huge run up, but we hit targets. Okay, and your targets are always the high. If you're trending up, the high of the preceding wick. If we're trending down, it's the low of the preceding wick. That's it. This stuff is very simple. It's easy 1, 2, 3 trading. It is very organic. You don't see a bunch of lines on my chart. You see triggers and targets. You don't see RSI. You don't see MACD. You don't see any of that kind of stuff on these charts. They messy it up. This is very simplistic, very organic trading. We look at Goldman Sachs, GS. GS has an inside bar as well. And again, inside bar, big run up. Okay, we're also stuck on an inside week, so we'll see which way we break out of that on Goldman Sachs. We go back to look at the previous inside bar. Now, I'm glad this shows up because this tells us that, no, we don't always hit magnitude. We don't always hit targets. Same thing, magnitude targets. We don't always hit them. Sometimes a trade fails. Nothing's 100% foolproof here, but the majority of the time when we have those inside bars, we get those runs. We hit targets, okay? That's what we're looking for. High probability setups that work the majority of the time because we'll never be 100% right on a strategy or a trade. Let's go to IBM. So IBM, there's the inside bar again on IBM. So we're already 2 down on the month. We're looking to go 2 down on the week. Again, full time frame continuity across the board. Puts possible at 138.52, calls at 139.78. I would like to see this to trend down based on the setups that we have here and everything that is showing us. But again, we look at this inside bar. We triggered, we hit targets. Inside bar, triggered, hit targets. High probability plays. Lift, 2 down green. We're going to look for calls back to the upside at 10.62. And this is how we mark out our targets. Just like that, top of the preceding wick. On to Facebook, inside bar. Again, inside bar, big run up. Inside bar, not a huge run up. Looks like we were really, really close to hitting targets. Came just shy. And sometimes they don't work at all, guys. Sometimes they break up, and then we come back down. But probability, majority of the time, because that's what trading is. Trading is always and always will be based off of probability. Triggered, multiple targets. Triggered, off of this inside bar to the upside, hit targets. Okay? And that's all we can expect. Every candlestick tells a story. When you guys are able to read what that story is, you're going to be much, much better off. Inside bar on Morgan Stanley, time frame continuity to the downside. We can look at calls at 79.18 or puts at 77.87. NVIDIA, 2 down green. So we look for those calls to the upside at 462.25 and our first target at 471.16. And just to go back, I know this isn't an inside bar setup, but inside bar, triggered targets and 3-day run off of the inside bar, consolidation bar. Pinterest, 2 down, finish green. The buyers brought it back. We've got full time frame continuity up. We'll look for those calls at 27.66. If you want the top 5s from this list, we're still not done. There's about 5 or 6 more setups. If you want the top 5s, they're part of the Griswold Gold membership. So those links for that are down below. It's $50 a month, or you buy 2 months, you get a month free. You get a 1-hour strat course that I've created for you guys. The top 5 plays every day. Live trades as they come through. So I have a couple of bots that send out live setups throughout the day on multiple different tickers for you guys. So you don't have to go searching for them. And they give you inside bars in the 5, the 15, the 30, and the hourly. Let's move on to QQQ. Inside bar on the Qs. So calls at 370.48, puts at 366.47. On the Qs, we are all inside bars everywhere. Yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily. Shopify, inside bar. Also stuck on an inside bar almost everywhere. On the week, on the month, on the quarter. So we'll see if we can break out of that weekly first. We'll see which way Shopify runs. Tesla, 2 down green. We can look for calls at 255.40. We have broken 2 down on the week, though. So we'll see how that plays out on Tuesday. Uber, inside bar. A lot of room to run on either side. Puts, we have the targets at 42.71. Calls, targets at 46.29. We'll see how Uber plays out on Tuesday. Amazon inside bar, calls at 132.55. Puts at 130.43. Again, make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit the bell. The bell will send the notifications when I send the videos out. I've got 100+ tools, learning videos on here for you guys to learn this strategy. Make sure you're checking out the SPY 155 strategy. It's something I play every day. SPY on the 15 and 5. Those videos will be very, very useful for you guys. It's a very, very simple strategy. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck in your trading journey on Tuesday. I wish you nothing but the best. Ask questions if you have them, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.